Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy lives to be with us here today. Feel free to keep eating. I know some of you are missing part of work, and we want to make sure, or school, so we want to make sure that you can get back to your busy lives. But thank you so much for being with us today. My name is Mariah Singer-Brown. I am the Public Relations Director here at the Jensen Center. You have all been invited here today to celebrate with us because you've either donated financially to our general campaign or to our three-stage campaign, or you volunteered to one of our many events throughout the year. However you've been involved in the success of the center, we appreciate you. Thank you to Ambrosia for catering the hot food and Vicki Vaughn for making delicious shortbread for us this morning. Let's give them You may notice slips of paper on each table. We invite you to make any comments throughout the presentation on things that you like or things that you may have suggestions on, and you can put them up. We have a basket up here at the front at the end of the presentation. You can just leave your comments and notes with us. Well, you may see a new face around here. This summer, we hired Nikki Conkle as a paid volunteer, and we're immediately impressed with her competence and organizational skills. After working with her over the summer months, we were excited to bring Nikki on as a permanent employee in the center in August. Nikki works well with the rest of the team, and she is now in charge of all rentals, events, and volunteer coordination. Please help us welcome Nikki to her new role here at the Jensen Center. She's out pouring coffee right now. The mission of the Jensen Community Center is to enrich our community by providing opportunities for all individuals to connect, learn, and grow through diverse and engaging activities, programs, and events. Many times I compare all the things that happen at the Jensen Center to be like a jigsaw puzzle. We try our best to provide experiences through our own events while also accommodating as many people as we can through our private rentals, organization meetings, and a variety of classes, and a multitude of other ways. Some days we are utilizing every square inch of the center. I remember during one busy day in the spring, while every space was being utilized, I had to open up our back sound storage closet so that one of our conference attendees could virtually attend a court session to testify. There have been some noticeable changes in the center this year. In May, we expanded the sound booth to better serve some long-standing needs in the theater. We widened the booth by nearly 8 feet, giving much-needed space and storage to our sound and lighting technicians and equipment. Our new wireless microphone system for performers now fits in the space. We removed a few seats from the theater and are working to put the majority of them back in the coming weeks. We also remodeled several storage areas to make more temporary dressing rooms for our many performers. We improved these spaces with more lighting, electrical outlets, and mirrors. These changes to the theater are a prelude to stage 3 of our 3-stage expansion project. Since 1988, the Jensen Center has remained constant in the heart of our community, utilizing the space as it was initially built. Over years of use, we've identified some important updates that have been needed to adapt to all of the ways that the public utilizes the center. With this in mind, in early 2024, we introduced our 3-stage expansion capital campaign and immediately began fundraising for the following improvements. Stage 1, which we are happy to report is complete, included opening up our west lawn by installing these double doors, leading out to a beautiful outdoor terrace to help extend this gathering space to the outdoors. It's already been utilized for intermission at a concert and musical performances. It's been used as a meeting space, a lunch spot. We held a Sweet 16 party here, and just last night, thousands of runners and walkers joined together for a moonwalk around the Tomorrow River Trail. They came back around the fire for s'mores and hot chocolate afterwards. The terrace is included when renting this room, but it is also available to the public when it is not reserved through the center. An initial generous donation was made by the International Bank of Amherst, and we will soon have a sign up under the pavilion dining at the International Bank Terrace. Stage 2 of our 3-stage expansion campaign project includes a fire protection system with sprinklers and fire alarms throughout the building. In September, a water line was added to allow this project to move forward. We are reaching our financial goal to help make the rest of this phase of the project happen. Stage 3 of the expansion will concentrate on theater space. These improvements will help alleviate space issues we have been encountering in our backstage area by creating an additional wing off the backstage for storage and extra space. With the continued success of our theater programs here, thanks in large part to Janet Glodowski and her Variety Productions team, we are in need of a safer environment and better backstage flow during productions. If you've been involved in a production, you'll know that it is a careful and intricate dance to move props, stage sets, and performers on and off the stage with the limited space that is available. With the number of cast members for any given production reaching upwards of 75 to 100 performers, this expansion will help ensure easier flow. Since we met last October, we have had some fun events here. It was our second year of providing a fun dance for 7th and 8th grade students outside of a school setting. The theme last year was a beach party, and our staff, along with many parent chaperones, helped coordinate some fun games and contests to get the kids out on the dance floor, which for some 13-year-old boys takes a little coaxing, and girls, I should say. In December, with the help of the Tomorrow River Lions Club and some artistic volunteers, we hosted a fun holiday tradition, including a children's performance, a visit by Santa, a goodie bag for each child, and the chance to decorate some ornaments for a tree lighting ceremony. On that same day as our family holiday party, and in partnership with the Christmas in the Village performance at the Opera House, we were able to be a part of a new event. We were happy to have our 2023 Person of the Year, Verna Tuftum, Junior Person of the Year, Scout Spadoni, and Business of the Year, 13 Chairs, to be on hand to light trees on the corner of Main Street and downtown Amherst. It was a fun night and a nice way to honor our Community Spirit Award recipients. Well, who doesn't love bingo? We all do, and we spent a few Sunday afternoons this past winter organizing bingo events for friends and families to come together and enjoy time together. We gave away some fantastic prizes and of course money. We are scheduling a few more bingo afternoons this coming January and February, and we'll announce those soon. On a late winter evening, we hosted a hoedown with the band Flip of the Coin and caller John Wilson. We called this the Maple Tapping Hoedown. This dance started at 6 p.m. and I remember at 5:55 p.m. being terrified that nobody would show up. About 15 minutes later, I began panicking that we wouldn't have enough room for all of the people streaming in the door to dance. This was a lovely event that included maple syrup samples, butternut squash maple soup, maple cookies, and lots of dancing. To break up the doldrums of winter and to increase our traffic on social media, we held an online contest. Similar to our mustache contest the previous year, we had people vote on Facebook for their favorite best dressed pet. We received 18 entries and we're in awe of the cuteness overload. As you can see, we got a guinea pig, horses, chicken, a couple chicken entries as well. It was really fun. In addition to increasing our traffic on social media, it provided some fun entertainment for the day. The winner received a gift basket including donated items from the Companion Shop, J-Mar, and Pam Bandy. In February and March, we were taken over by Amherst High School students for rehearsals and for a weekend performance of Willy Wonka the musical. All 4 shows were sold out, and we were again wowed by the talent and energy showcased by local students. In late April, we held an educational event called Native Plants and Pollinators. We invited presenters to educate attendees on strategies for supporting native plants and native pollinators. We sipped on dandelion tea, tested out how tall we were compared to native plant roots, and got our hands dirty making seed bombs. Also in April, we held our annual variety show with 17 acts, including 2 bands featuring some very impressive talents. This is always a fantastic event because it includes a wide variety of talents, and it showcases people who might not otherwise have the opportunity to be on stage. This is also a great event for students to get involved volunteering in the sound booth or backstage. This event gets better every year, and it's one of my favorites. I think maybe it's my favorite because I have the honor of being backstage and seeing each act, come backstage with a little bit of nerves or a lot of nerves, and they're able to muster their courage and completely shine on stage. It was another great year for our youth soccer program, which involves over 300 children in 4K through 8th grade. The program runs from mid-April to mid-May. It's always an amazing feat, securing 40 volunteers for 32 teams to run the program. In addition, we hire 20 referees and rely on volunteers to help us set up 9 soccer fields in the space that we utilize behind the Jensen Center and on Tomorrow River School District property. We'd like to thank the school district and also Jason Snyder, our soccer coordinator. He's not here, is he? Oh, maybe he would be here. But thank you to Jason Snyder for the amazing job that he does to make this program successful. In late 2022, we took a huge leap of faith and began planning a performing arts series. Since we last met here, we've enjoyed 4 concerts in our theater. We set up each show with a reception an hour before the concert, where we have a bar and small food items prepared by local businesses. So far, we've partnered with the Village Hive, the Landmark, Beard Brothers Barbecue, and Ruby Coffee. We're excited to add Iola Mills and Grit and Grace to this partnership in 2025. We truly love holding these shows here, but we are currently exploring options for sponsors for our performing arts series to make them a little more economical for us. If anyone here has connections for us or ideas on who might be willing to sponsor some of this live music, we would love to hear your ideas. We brought David Francie to Amherst last November. This concert was years in the making, and by years in the making, I mean it was years of Vicki Vaughn begging me to get David Francie here for our concert. And finally, we were graced by his presence on stage, and it was as good as she said it would be. He was engaging and funny and brilliant. He stayed at a rental here in Amherst and spent some time visiting local businesses while he was here as well. In February, we held a sold-out show with Steve March Tormé and Friends in what we called Pop Goes 3 Decades. This concert included pop songs from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Steve, or SMT as we call him in our home, is very professional and brings a high-quality show with the musicians he brings. This was a fun night with a few sing-along songs as well. In May, we introduced Tay and the Neighborly before they took a summer hiatus to have a baby. Tay has a beautiful voice and it really shined on our stage. I had to share a photo of Tay and Andy's new son because I love babies, and because as I was interviewing Tay leading up to the concert, I made a stupid joke about how there would be 5 people on the stage counting her baby. So there is baby Louie, who has also been on our stage. On September 28th, we hosted the Mascot Theory here. It was a fantastic show that brought a little bit more rock and roll to our theater. Attendees were wowed by the original music and talent of the performers. We debuted our finished terrace at this event that provided a perfect backdrop to see the sunset. Each one of these concerts has been unique and magical, and the musicians have brought something different to our community. I really encourage you to check out a show if you haven't, and truly I encourage you to check out every show. For a community our size to support live music in a theater our size, like we've been doing, we need a lot of folks to show up. We are very excited for our upcoming lineup for our 2024 and 25 concert series. Sam Ness, a returning musician who performed for us in early March of 2020, is coming with his band, Sam Ness and the Other Natural Flavors. We're also trying something out for this show. We have an opening act with Ben Mulwana that evening. Again, that is Saturday, November 9th. I don't know if any of you could hear the music that was playing as you walked in, but that was Sam Ness music. I know everyone was chatting, and so you maybe didn't hear it, but I'll play it again at the end, so you'll have a chance to listen. On Saturday, February 1st, we will have Willie Porter back here, and he's a crowd favorite in the Amherst area, so we're really excited about that show. And on Saturday, May 3rd, we are welcoming Twitty and Lynn. And this is Conway Twitty's grandson and Loretta Lynn's granddaughter. And they will be performing here, and Verna is super excited for that show. And Verna was the one that recommended that show as well. So I mean, if you guys ask, and there are performers that you really, really love and we can get them here, we'll do it. So let us know what bands you love and who would be a good fit in our theater. Some of them, someone made a joke to get trampled by turtles, and I reached out to them and they were like, "We're a little too big for your theater." Like, okay, but they said always ask. It doesn't hurt to ask. So please check these out and get your tickets right away so we can fill up the theater for all of these shows. We took 3 bus trips in 2024, including taking a group to the Milwaukee Bucks game in April. We spent Mother's Day at the Milwaukee Brewers game in May, and we took a group took a trip to the Green Bay Botanical Gardens in June. For the 5th year in a row, the Jensen Community Center has taken on an important role in the Tomorrow River Business Association Wine Walk. In late June, we welcomed nearly 300 participants to the center. This is always a fun time for volunteers, and it's always a fun whirlwind of setting up participants at our registration station, pouring their first sample of wine, and then sending them on their way downtown to continue the wine walk at other locations. We didn't have the terrace this year, but I think that will make a fabulous addition to this event in 2025. Over the summer, Janet Gladowski and her competent Variety Productions team brought us a summer children's musical that included a cast of 70 children ages kindergarten through 8th grade. This show was another hit with 4 sold-out audiences. This was the first production in which we utilized some additional storage spaces for dressing rooms, and it proved to be essential in preparation for this large and energetic group. Well, Janet and her team rested for about 30 seconds before starting up rehearsals for another summer show. In August, Janet and her crew brought together all ages in a community production of Grease. This show allowed community members to showcase their talent, build new relationships with other community members that they may or may not have the opportunity to do in other ways, and have tons of fun while creating something magical together. We ended the summer with a back-to-school night on our terrace and backyard, complete with walking tacos from the Amherst High School Spanish Club, king cone ice cream, a bouncy house, lawn games, and entertainment by our favorite 11-year-old rock star and her band, Hallie, Claire, and the Williams. This event was a chance for students and their families to reconnect after the summer and gear up for the upcoming school year. Each year we have multiple statewide and regional organizations hold conferences and meetings here, utilizing the center because of the great layout, the variety of spaces, and the convenient location we are at in the center of the state. Many of these events are day-long or multiple day events, and they return back year after year. Some of these organizations also utilize our theater for the performance space or for the seating comfort while conducting meetings or listening to speakers. We also have many local organizations that hold weekly or monthly meetings, classes, and workshops here. Classes that we organize and help put on for the public can change year to year due to instructor availability and organization. This past year, we had a technology safety class, 2 babysitter training courses, a couple sourdough classes, a few sound healing and yoga workshops, a few evening glow yoga classes, wildflower classes, and a cooking class. Because we are also a popular place for private parties, there are events that we don't even get to see because nobody invited us. I went through our calendar in the last year and counted up the following celebrations. We had 10 baby showers, 4 wedding showers, 8 birthday parties, 2 class reunions, a retirement party, a wedding, 2 memorials, 6 family holiday get-togethers, and 7 graduation parties. We are so proud to say that all of this celebration and love happens right inside this building. Also inside this building, we are happy to have a rotating display case where we can showcase community art and collections by individuals and organizations. We currently have the quilt work of Margot Smith and Turned Bowls by Matt Proxmar. Our high school artwork display is Evan Voss, a senior at Amherst High School. These exhibitions rotate throughout the year so we can give many people the opportunity to share their artistic talents. Because we are a nonprofit and do not receive government funding, we rely on your donations and also fundraisers to help keep our active programming schedule. Our fundraising efforts are concentrated on a few large endeavors, so when we have programming and events throughout the year, we don't have to focus so much on asking for donations. Every year we hold a fundraising campaign, which we call our donor appeal, in which we solicit funds through an insert. This was the insert from last year, including a letter that goes into the November issue of the Community Spirit, along with running the ad and the December and January issues. You may recognize this insert from last year. We also raised funds earlier this year at a brat fry at Central Water's anniversary party and our 18th annual fundraiser, the River Run, which was held just last Saturday, which 800 runners and walkers embarked at the Barrel Warehouse for a fun morning of running and walking through Amherst and along the Tomorrow River Trail. It's not only a great fundraiser, but it is a fantastic community event centered around being active and getting outside to exercise together. We appreciate all of the people it takes to make this event happen. We have nearly 80 volunteers come out and help us through registration, parking, course setup, and organization. We also appreciate all of the people who participate in the day and support us financially this way. Every year after this breakfast, we kick off our annual donor appeal. This is our flyer and letter that will be going into the November issue of the Community Spirit. We also put one on each of the tables, or a couple on each of the tables for you to take a look at. The fundraising that we do here ensures that not only we can maintain the facility, but also we can keep programming like you've seen in this presentation. We are so thankful for those who see the value in investing in our community through the Jensen Center. We thank you for your support and hope that you will continue to support us in the future. It's been another successful year in creating, editing, and producing the Jensen Community Spirit, and Brent Frankenhoff, our Executive Director and Editor of the Community Spirit, is going to bring us up to date on what's new with our monthly newspaper.
Thank you, Mariah. Well, before I start into the Spirit comments, I'll do what I do every year, which is, of course, to acknowledge the rest of the staff. We could not do the job we do around here without Mariah's efforts. Jim Groshek, our maintenance supervisor, Nikki Conkle, our new program manager, and Sean Lee, our finance director. So let's give a hand to all of them. I don't know why I get a frog in my throat every year when I do that, but whatever. We work well together. We do a good job, and they do a great job. I mean, there's so many things where I oversee it all, but there's many things I don't have to worry about, and I really, really appreciate that, and I hope that you all do too. That's why so many of these things run as smoothly as they do, because we've got a good crew that really keeps track of it. All right, switching hats. We'll get rid of the executive director hat. The Jensen Community Spirit, of course, is our monthly newspaper, promoting not only the many events and activities at the Jensen Center, but we also report the good news of the surrounding community, including contributions from the Tomorrow River schools. A group of hardworking, dedicated columnists, several of whom are here, provide lively commentary each month. If you've ever wondered where we hide the presses that the paper's printed on, we send the completed electronic files to a printer up in Shawano. A day later, completed copies are returned to Amherst, where we prepare them for mailing. Our estimated circulation is 10,000. We figure with pass along and all of that. And we regularly hear that this is the only paper that many read. We're very grateful for all the support that the Spirit receives, both from our writers and especially from our advertisers. In the past year, due to rising production and postage costs, and we all are well aware of that one, we did have to raise the cover price from the long-established 75 cents to a whole $1. And we increased our advertising rates for the first time in nearly 7 years. Now, how many other papers can say that? So, we do thank you very much for all the support you give to the Spirit and to the Jensen Center. And back to Mariah.
Each year, community members make nominations, and our Amherst Area Foundation Board of Directors makes a choice at the September board meeting for our Community Spirit Awards. I want to thank our nominators who take the time to make the nominations. It's a very important part of the process, so thank you. It is now time for us to recognize our 2024 winners. Each winner will be awarded by the individual or a stand-in who nominated them to present their plaques. I also want to thank Fletcher's Jewelers in Wapaka for donating these plaques. So first up, that we'll be presenting this morning is the 2024 Business of the Year Award. This award goes to Amherst Veterinary Hospital, nominated by Jennifer Brock and Amy Husson, with the staff of the Amherst Veterinary Hospital, and Sandra Lynn Schmutzler is going to be presenting this award. Come on up.
And good morning. Thank you again. And I'm a stand-in for both Jennifer Brock and Amy Husson, who both are ill today. And I'm pleased to read Jennifer's nomination. I'm writing to express my support of the Amherst Veterinary Hospital as a deserving recipient of the Business of the Year Award. Over the past 20 years, I've had the privilege of entrusting the health and well-being of my pets to the dedicated professionals, and I mean dedicated professionals, to Amherst Hospital. Their exceptional service and commitment to the community make them an outstanding choice for Business of the Year. When you enter Amherst Veterinary Hospital, you immediately notice a welcoming atmosphere with several resident cats and the professionalism and expertise of the staff. Dr. Sandra Walters and Dr. Shannon Soka and their team of 3 certified vet techs, 2 receptionists, an office manager, a kennel assistant, and 5 vet assistants go well above and beyond to ensure every visit is a positive experience. This year, they added a vet extern to their summer schedule to help train the next generation. Dr. Sandra Walter graduated from veterinary school and began working as a large animal veterinarian in the Amherst community. In 1991, she opened the Amherst Vet Hospital as a small animal hospital. Although corporations now own many vet clinics, our hospital remains independently owned. One of the most impressive aspects of the Amherst Vet Hospital is their commitment to the health and welfare of animals. They offer comprehensive services from routine checkups and vaccinations to complex surgical procedures and emergency care. The clinic is equipped with state-of-the-art technology and diagnostic tools, ensuring that every pet receives the highest standard of care. Excuse me. These tools enable in-house ultrasound, digital x-rays for real-time review, laser therapy treatments, immediate analysis of blood and fecal samples, and tumor analysis. Dr. Walter has always been a pioneer in embracing new technology that allows for better treatment of the animals that come to the clinic. However, what truly sets Amherst Vet Hospital apart is the genuine compassion and dedication to the animals entrusted in their care. The staff, led by Dr. Walters and Dr. Soka, take the time to listen to concerns, thoroughly explain treatment options, and follow up to ensure that their pets are on path to recovery. During COVID, Amherst Vet Hospital rose above other clinics, allowing clients to remain with their pets during the clinic visit. While other clinics closed due to COVID or lacking staff, our hospital stayed open. It took on clients from different clinics, sometimes putting a strain on staff and working long hours to care for our pets. Amherst Vet Hospital plays an active role in the community by supporting local organizations. Their dedication has earned them the trust and loyalty of numerous pet owners from our community and neighboring counties. As a result, the clinic and its staff have received multiple accolades and glowing reviews from satisfied clients due to their outstanding care. The satisfaction is evident from their winning the Best of Portage County Award. Dr. Walter is a compassionate gardener who also oversees the daily care of her farm. Recently, Dr. Soka welcomed a second child to her family. Both veterinarians are devoted to their families and home while providing exceptional care to our pets. They demonstrate a strong work ethic as serve as mentors to others by providing example. This often underappreciated community business becomes crucial when our beloved pets require attention. I wholeheartedly recommend that Amherst Vet Hospital for the Business of the Year Award. Their dedication to our pets' health and happiness, exemplary service, and quiet but recognizable community contributions make them a truly deserving recipient of this honor. And we are so proud today to have the entire staff, am I to say, if you'll stand up. Guys, somebody needs to take this from me.
Someone come and get your plaque.
Oh, come on, more of you can come up. Come on, that's okay. One or two of you, 3, 4, come on. How so very unusual that the entire staff is here. We so much appreciate that.
Move over so we don't get you in the street. There you go, that's good.
Gotta get our doctors in
You have no idea how I also appreciate this work. I don't know if you folks know, but I have fostered over 70 golden retrievers since I moved to the community. And this crew has taken care of all of them, plus my own dog. Thank you so much. Thank you, and thank you all for being here.
The next award that we will be presenting this morning is for the 2024 Junior Person of the Year Award. This award goes to Noah Spolstra, who was nominated this year by Brandon Strumkowski. I would also like to mention that he was also nominated last year by both Bill Held and Jessica Busa. Would Noah Spolstra and all his nominators that are here please come on up?
All right, so I get the honor and privilege of reading my nomination for Junior Person of the Award to Mr. Noah Spolstra. I just want to say that I've lived in bought 5 different houses in 5 different communities, and there is no place like Amherst. Okay, I will tell you that. And the Jensen Center's role is really second to none, and it really is a very unique place, so we appreciate it. Noah deserves this award because he is perfect in his combination of intelligence, empathy, ambition, humility, and kindness. I've had Noah in pre-calculus and AP statistics. There is no better student who comes consistently to class, follows a rule, does the right thing, helps others, and does this with being in more extracurricular activities than I can even name. He's involved in football, baseball, choir, he's an Eagle Scout. I know he's in more, again, I simply can't name them all. The most important reason why I'm nominating Noah is because he does everything with such grace. He's a student who you'd want your kids to be friends with. You know he's on the right path, and his character is as high as his GPA. His kindness and his ability to get along with those around him is truly unique for a high school student. I teach the higher level math courses, which involves many juniors who try to excel in this area, and Noah really sets himself apart from the rest. He does this all while seeking a career, and not a career in biochemistry or engineering necessarily, but perhaps teaching, although not necessarily certain. Looking into a field in which he can help others, apply himself to the community, it aligns exactly with the man that I see every day. Your Junior Award recipient, Noah Spolstra.
right, the next award that we will be presenting is the 2024 Person of the Year Award. This award goes to Kelly Logan, who was nominated by Melissa Blinker. Would Kelly and Melissa please come on up?
Good morning. So Kelly is amazing in our community. I don't think people realize how she helps, volunteers, attends, and supports various endeavors in the community. She is also always talking up, sharing, and trying to get people to donate or help with things in our community. Her family is always right behind her, helping too. The awesome thing is that Kelly is teaching her children to be selfless and to give back to their community. Kelly is all about Amherst. She has devoted 12 years to the Tomorrow, I think it's 13 now, isn't it? She's devoted 13 years to the Tomorrow River School District Board. The amount of hours and time that she puts in for the district to attend events, to represent the board, attend meetings, conferences, meals to celebrate staff, the list goes on. Every week she's at a meeting for the school board, which is awesome. She's so dedicated to that. She received an award from the Wisconsin Association of School Boards in the fall of 2023 for all the points she has accumulated in only 12 years on the board. Most members take more than 20 years to get that many points. She is a level 4 board member, and there are only 5 levels. She volunteers for the Tomorrow River Business Association and is currently the president. She was vice president and helps not only plan the events, but then shows up to help run all the events, sometimes showing up at 5 a.m. to block the streets, and you will find her there at 11 p.m. cleaning up. She runs the wine walk each year. Though all these things and more, she has helped breathe life into the downtown. Some businesses say the wine walk night is one of their biggest sales nights of the year. She helps out friends and neighbors when they need it, even working at their businesses when they are short-staffed. She and her family donate time at their church, whether it's weeding or cleaning. She heads up the team meals for the football team at school, coordinating and feeding 70+ people every Thursday for 12+ weeks is no small feat. You will find Kelly selling 50-50 tickets at games or working the concession stand. She volunteers at the fair. She'll donate food for PTO at school. She helps the snowmobile club promote and sell tickets for their events. She's served on their board. She has asked for donations for Freddie's Home Plate. She's to games. She's volunteered at the Jensen Center for their events. The list goes on and on. There are some things that those are some of the things she helps. There's a whole list of the events she attends in town to support the school, the Jensen Center, and other local businesses. So I'm happy to present to you the Tomorrow River Area Person of the Year in 2024, Kelly Logan.
Kelly, where's your feet? Thank you. Such a good job. It's fine. I was busy volunteering.
Congratulations, all of you. I would like to note, and Melissa noted this about Kelly. Kelly volunteers at events here, and so does Noah. You know, with all the other things they have going on, I can count on them to help us out when I ask. After going through all of our events over the last year, noting the energy and effort put into planning and holding them, we want to make sure you are aware of some of our upcoming events. All of these events are posted in our lobby, so you can look further on your way out. This Sunday, we have a self-defense class, and there are a few spots open, so check that out. We have a Halloween yoga event on October 25th. On November 8th, we're holding a 7th and 8th grade dance, and none of you are invited to that. On November 9th, we are super excited for Sam Ness and the Other Natural Flavors with Ben Moana opening. On November 16th, we have a metaphysical fair here called Om is Where the Heart Is. On December 7th, it's our annual Tomorrow River Christmas Craft Show, and on December 14th, we'll be holding another family holiday party. I'm very excited for this one because we've booked the Wapaka High School Madrigal Singers for that. So please come to all of these events. Thank you for being here this morning, and thank you for showing up for your community, whether financially, as a volunteer, and truly as important, as an attendee to our events, to make it known that what we do here is valued. Feel free to check out the terrace, buy tickets to an upcoming concert, or talk with us about any ideas you have, and have a fantastic day. Thank you.